In this video, I'm going to show you how to place the transmission mount on this Chevy Silverado 2500. It's located between your transmission and the transmission crossmember. Let's get started. To relieve pressure off the transmission mount, I'm going to go right on the transfer case here. If you don't have a transfer case, if your vehicle is two-wheel drive, just pick a different location to support it, but avoid the transmission pan. That's going to cave in when you put that much pressure on it. So if you have a transfer case, this is going to be the best spot. Just put a little bit of pressure on it. If you're on the ground, use a floor jack with a rubber pad or a piece of wood. If you're on a lift, use a pole jack. That's good right there. Just about a ½ an inch at most is all you need. Through these holes in the crossmember, you can access the two 18mm mounting nuts that hold that mount onto the crossmember. Remove both of them. At this point, if you put enough pressure on it, the mount should be able to move around here at the bottom, so that's perfect. At the top, you have two 15mm mounting bolts, so let's remove them both. There's one. The other one is on the other side. All right, with this bolt out, we should be able to remove the transmission mount. However, we may have to raise the transmission up just a little bit more to get it out. All right, right about there should be good enough. Pull it up, tilt it, and take it out. There it is. Before installing the new mount, wipe off this area to remove any sand, pebbles, debris, anything that's here, because if the mount doesn't sit flat on the frame, it's not going to properly tighten these two mounting nuts. Now take the mount, slide it in, line it up with the two mounting holes on the frame, and now we're going to start these two bolts in. Actually, I'm going to bring the transmission a little bit closer so that I can have a little bit less of a space between the two. That'll be easier to start the bolts, and then once these are started and tightened, that's when I will start and tighten the lower two mounting nuts, because these have a lot of adjustment to them, just so that you can tighten these two first. So bring this in, start them by hand. Once they're lined up, you should be able to grab your tool and tighten them up. Okay, that's bottomed out. Let's move over to the next one before we torque them. .50 foot-pounds is the torque for both of these bolts. That's one. And two. Lower your support. That's going to seat that transmission mount back down on the frame. Start in the two mounting nuts from the bottom. Start them by hand so they don't cross thread. And once you have both on, we'll bottom them out and torque them. .79 foot-pounds is the torque for both of these mounting nuts. All right, there we go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.